Most men chase women and lose themselves in the process. They give attention too quickly, they beg for validation, and they overexpose their feelings. The result is always the same. She pulls back, she loses interest, and she walks away. But there is another path, a path where she chases you. Welcome to Stoic 24. In this video, you'll learn the 7 things men do that make women chase after them. These are not tricks, they are not games, and they are not cheap tactics. They are timeless psychological principles, rooted in discipline, mystery, and self-control. If you master these, you will never have to chase again. Number 1. Silence is power. Silence is not emptiness. It is presence. A man who does not rush to explain himself creates tension. He leaves space that makes others lean in. Women pay attention because silence demands interpretation. They wonder why you are calm, why you do not reveal everything, and what is going on in your mind. This curiosity makes them invest in you without you lifting a finger. When you speak less, every word gains weight. Your sentences land stronger because they are not drowned in noise. A man who explains everything away loses control. He shows he needs to be understood and approved. This weakens his position. Mystery disappears, and with it, attraction. The quiet man does not avoid communication. He chooses when and how to speak. He uses words like sharp tools, never wasted. Women sense this difference. They chase the men who are selective, who make them feel they must earn answers. Silence builds a frame of leadership. It tells the world you do not beg for attention, you command it. Many men fear silence. They rush to fill it with small talk or nervous jokes. This habit signals insecurity. A man who holds silence shows discipline and confidence. He controls the pace of the interaction. He forces others to adjust to him. Silence is not passive. It is active control. It shapes the dynamic without effort. The man who understands this principle never looks desperate. He looks rare, deliberate, and unshakable. Number 2. Unpredictability creates obsession. Predictable men fade into the background. When every call, every text, and every reaction can be guessed, the spark dies. Attraction needs tension. Women stay engaged when they cannot fully read your rhythm. This is not about chaos or dishonesty. It is about creating a pattern that cannot be mapped too easily. Psychology explains this through the Zeigarnik effect. Unfinished actions stay in the mind longer. When you are not instantly available, when you end a conversation before she expects it, you leave her unsettled. She replays your words. She wonders why you did not respond right away. She invests thought and energy in you because the loop is incomplete. A man with a full life naturally creates this unpredictability. He does not have time to reply instantly to every message. He does not cancel plans to fit into hers. His priorities are not on constant display. This forces her to adapt to his rhythm. She feels the need to earn his presence. That effort builds desire. The danger lies in being too routine. If she always knows when you will call, how you will respond, or what you will do next, you remove the excitement. There is no chase. Without unpredictability, obsession cannot form. Unpredictability is not manipulation. It is living with purpose. It is valuing your own time enough to let her feel the distance. The man she cannot fully predict is the man she cannot easily forget. Number 3. Purpose above all. A man without purpose becomes dependent. When his focus is only on a woman, he loses his edge. He orbits her life instead of leading his own. This kills attraction. Women do not respect men who make them the center of everything. A man with purpose commands attention. He wakes with discipline. He trains his body, strengthens his mind, and builds toward his vision. His craft, his mission, and his direction come first. He does not seek constant approval because his value comes from progress. A woman senses this. She sees that he is not desperate for her time. That distance creates respect. When you live with purpose, you show that your life has weight. Your priorities shape your schedule. You cannot drop everything to chase or to please. This signals that she is entering the world of a man already in motion. The more you pursue growth, the more she feels she must pursue you. Ironically, when a woman realizes she is not your entire focus, her desire increases. She understands you have options, that your time must be earned. This creates tension. She values your presence more because it is not freely given. Purpose builds gravity. It pulls people toward you without effort. Men who invest in their mission become rare, and rarity creates demand. A man with a mission is harder to replace, harder to forget, and far more attractive. Women chase the man who chooses them from strength, not the one who clings from weakness. Number 4. Scarcity makes you valuable. Abundance reduces value. Anything constantly available becomes ordinary. The same applies to attention. When you reply instantly, call too often, or make yourself constantly reachable, your presence loses power. She notices less, invests less, and attraction fades. Scarcity creates tension. When your time is limited, your attention becomes precious. Women naturally assign worth to what is rare. This is basic psychology and simple economics. A diamond's value comes from its scarcity. The same principle applies to your presence. A Stoic man understands this. He does not flood his life with others. He does not give away his time freely. He focuses on his mission, his growth, and his priorities first. She does not always know where he is or what he is doing. That uncertainty sparks curiosity. She begins to wonder, to question, to imagine. She invests energy without you asking. Scarcity turns attention into currency. Each interaction gains weight because it is earned. The more she must work to reach you, the more she values your presence. Desire grows in that gap, in the space where you are absent but felt. Being scarce does not mean being cold. It means being disciplined, living your life fully, and giving selectively. Women chase what is not freely available. They value what requires effort. Scarcity ensures that your presence is seen as significant, rare, and desirable. The man who respects his own time forces others to respect it too. Number 5. Emotional control. Most men lose themselves when tested. They react with anger, panic, or desperation. This destroys attraction. Women notice weakness instantly. Stability is far more powerful. Emotional control is rare. It is the ability to stay calm under pressure. When she withdraws, provokes, or gives mixed signals, a controlled man does not flinch. He observes, he processes, he responds deliberately. His calm signals strength, discipline, and self-mastery. The Stoics emphasize that your mind is your true possession. External events cannot touch it unless you allow them. Mastering your emotions gives you control over every interaction. She sees that nothing she does can break your composure. This creates fascination. She wants what she cannot shake. When a man remains steady, his presence becomes magnetic. His calm in chaos communicates confidence without words. Women feel tension because they cannot manipulate or predict his emotional response. This unpredictability, paired with stability, builds desire. Emotional control is not suppression. It is awareness and deliberate action. It allows a man to lead interactions without neediness or overreaction. Women chase men whose minds are anchored, whose composure cannot be swayed, and whose actions are guided by reason rather than impulse. Mastering emotions turns you into a figure of respect and attraction. Number 6. High standards and boundaries. A man without standards invites disrespect. Women test limits to see if you value yourself. Accepting insults, tolerating games, or begging for attention signals weakness. This kills attraction. High standards protect your energy and define your value. They set the terms for how others may treat you. Enforcing boundaries calmly shows strength. It communicates that your time and presence are not freely given. She notices this. She feels the challenge and is drawn to it. Boundaries are not walls. They are gates. You decide who earns access to your life. Walking away from disrespect signals self-respect. It forces others to meet you on your terms. Women chase the men whose standards are non-negotiable because they must prove themselves worthy. Maintaining boundaries is a demonstration of control. It filters out low-value behavior and creates clarity in relationships. It also signals that you are not desperate for validation. Desire grows when attention is earned, not demanded. High standards and firm boundaries combine discipline with attraction. They define your presence and establish authority. Women naturally respect and pursue men who maintain this balance. Your value is evident in what you accept and what you refuse. Number 7. Withdrawal of attention. The ultimate power is the ability to walk away. When you withdraw your attention, not as a trick, but as a principle, you become untouchable. Most men beg harder when she loses interest. A Stoic man steps back. He does not collapse into neediness. He continues his life. He protects his dignity. This withdrawal forces her to chase. Because women value what they risk losing. Your absence becomes louder than words. Your silence echoes in her mind. And she realizes the weight of your presence only when it is gone. This is not cruelty. This is strength. It is the ultimate reminder that you never belong to her. You belong to yourself. These 7 principles are not tricks. They are truths. Silence, unpredictability, purpose, scarcity, control, standards, and withdrawal. Together, they form the mindset of a man who never chases. He attracts, he draws, he commands, and she follows. If you found value in this video, subscribe to Stoic 24. This channel exists to sharpen your mind, harden your emotions, and help you rise above average. Share this with a man who needs to hear it. And remember, a true Stoic never begs. He leads, he holds, and he lets the world come to him.